Namaste students. So today we are going to start chapter 6, that is triangle. So before starting the chapter, we'll do an activity. So you can see some figures here. You can see a polygon, you can see a circle, triangle. So 1, 2, 3 triangles you can see. Circle 1, 2, 3 circles and 3 polygons. So this is an 6-sided polygon called as hexagon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, hexagon. So let us arrange these figures on the basis of congruency. So congruency, we know the figures which overlap with each other, those figures are congruent figures. So if you see, if I take this circle and we'll overlap with each and every figures, and we'll see with which figure it will be overlapping. It should be completely overlap with the figures. Let me take a circle. If I take a circle, it will be overlapping with a circle, I think. So let us see it overlaps or not. Yes, it is completely overlapping the circle. That means we can say that these two circles are congruent. These two have the same shape and of same size. Same shape and same size. So these two figures are congruent. So these two figures are congruent, having same shape and same size. Next, let us take a triangle. Let us take this triangle, and two more triangles are there with us. So if we overlap with this pink circle triangle, so is it overlapping? No, it is not overlapping. You can see the sides are not overlapping here. If I rotate, still it is not overlapping. No. So these two triangles are not overlapping. Let me take this triangle. No, if I rotate, no, it is not overlapping. So let us take this two. Yes, these two triangles are overlapping with each other. That means these two have the same shape. These are same shape triangles, and the size are also same. So these two figures are congruent figures. Next, let us take a pentagon. So seeing the figure, we can say that these two will be congruent. Is it? Yes, these two figures are congruent. So I can say that these two are congruent figures. These two figures are congruent figures. Okay, then so we have understood that in congruent figures, the shape, it should have same shape. It should have same shape and of same size. So congruent figures are those figures having same shape and same size. Next, we have understood the congruent figures. Next, let us group the figures in similarity condition. So similar figures. The word similar means which two figures are similar? Are they similar? Are these two figures similar? This is a triangle, this is a circle. Are they similar? No. It's a circle, this is a triangle. Are they similar? No. This is a hexagon, this is a circle. Are they similar? No, they are not similar. So which figures are similar? Yes. If we arrange circle and circle, these are similar. Triangle, triangle, similar. Then hexagon will be similar to hexagon only. We can take this hexagon also. Yes. So hexagon, circle will be similar to circle, triangle will be similar only to similar triangle, hexagon to hexagon. So these are similar figures. These are similar figures. So which are non-similar figures? Circle and a triangle, they are non-similar. Triangle and a hexagon, non-similar. Hexagon and a triangle, these are non-similar figures. These are non-similar figures. So to make it similar, circle to circle, triangle to triangle, hexagon to hexagon, these are similar figures. Okay, so why they are similar? Because they have the same shape. The size doesn't matter. The size doesn't matter. It should be of same shape. Circle is same to a circle. Triangle is similar to a triangle. Hexagon is similar to a hexagon. So these are similar figures. So if I ask you, are they congruent? Let us see. No, they are not congruent. Are they congruent? No, they are not congruent. Are they congruent? No, they are not congruent. That means similar figures need not be congruent. Similar figures need not be congruent. Similar figures need not be congruent. But if I think of congruent figures, so which are congruent here? These two are congruent. Are they similar? Yes, they are similar because they are of same category, circle. They are similar and they are congruent. That means congruent figures are similar, are always similar. Congruent figures are always similar. In case of hexagon also, if you see, these two figures were congruent. If you overlap, you will see these two figures are congruent, and these two figures are also similar. So congruent figures are similar. Congruent figures are similar. Same way in case of triangle. In case of triangles, these two triangles will overlap. Even if you rotate both, they will overlap. So these two figures are congruent and they are similar too. So what we have concluded? We have concluded that congruent figures are similar, but similar figures, these two are similar figures may not be congruent. Okay, similar figures may not be congruent. So we have understood that in a congruent figures, two figures are congruent if they have same shape, same size. And in case of similar figures, two figures are similar if they have same shape but not necessarily the same size, So we have concluded with that two congruence figures are always similar. We have understood from the activity that two congruent figures are always similar, but similar figures need not be congruent. So to understand more nicely, I have taken a figure. You can see two triangles I have taken. A triangle ABC, a triangle DEF. So these two triangles, both the triangles are similar. Two triangles are similar. Yes, they are similar. They are same category, having the same shape. So, and I have also mentioned the sides here. So AB of length 3 centimeter, BC of 4, AC of 2 centimeter. Then your DE of 6 centimeter, DF 4, and EF 8 centimeter. So to prove these two triangles are similar or not, there are two criteria we need to know. As a triangle is a polygon, so we can state some condition for similarity of two triangles. So similarity of two triangles are, two triangles will be said two triangles are similar. Two triangles are similar if their corresponding angles are equal. And the second point, their corresponding sides are in the same ratio or same proportion. So in this case, angle A is of 100 degree, angle D 100 degree. That means we can say angle D is equal to, A is equal to angle D, as the corresponding angles should be equal. So in triangle ABC and triangle DEF, angle A equal to angle D, angle B is equal to angle E, angle C equal to angle F. Angle A equal to angle D 100 degree, angle B equal to angle E 30 degree, angle C equal to angle F 50 degree. Similarly, the sides will be in proportion. So we got angle A equal to angle D, angle B equal to angle E, angle C equal to angle F. So similarly, the sides will be in proportion. So we can write that AB by DE, corresponding sides AB by DE. AB by DE, AB 3, DE 6. So if we cancel, it will be 1 by 2. Then BC by EF, BC 4 centimeter, EF 8 centimeter. So if we cancel, 1 by 2. Then AC by DF, AC 2 centimeter, DF 4 centimeter, so 1 by 2. So corresponding side should be in same proportion. So AB by DE equal to BC by EF equal to AC by DF. So they are in same proportion. So we can say that these two triangles are similar. So therefore triangle ABC is similar to triangle DEF. So to prove that two triangles similar, we need to do in this way. So angle A equal to angle D, we already got, that is 100 degree. Angle B equal to angle E 30 degree. Angle C equal to angle F 50 degree. So angles are equal and the corresponding sides are in same proportion. They have the same proportion, half. So these two triangles will be similar. This is the way how two triangles can be proved similar. So in this chapter we shall learn about some theorems related to similar triangles. So the first theorem in this case is your basic proportionality theorem, which is nowadays known as Thales theorem. So the statement of this basic proportionality theorem is, if a line is drawn parallel to one side of a triangle intersecting the other two sides in the same ratio. So if a line is drawn parallel to one side of a triangle, so by understanding the question we'll try to draw the figure. So we need to draw a triangle. Suppose a triangle I'll draw, name as ABC. So ABC is a triangle if a line is drawn parallel to one side of a triangle. So I will draw a line, suppose in this position I'll draw a line. This line will be parallel to BC. Let us draw a line DE. So D is a line which is parallel to BC. So if a line is drawn parallel to one side of a triangle, so I have drawn a line parallel to one side of the triangle, that is BC. Intersecting the other two sides, this DE has intersected the other two sides. Then it divides the other two sides in the same ratio. This side is divided into same ratio. That means AD by DB will be equal to AE by EC. These are the sides which are in the same ratio. So let me write down the given. So what is given to a triangle ABC in which DE is parallel to BC and intersects AB at D and AC at E. We need to prove required to prove AD by DB equal to AE by EC. So for that we need to draw a construction. So construction we are going to do. We'll join BE we'll join DC. So we'll join DC and BE, and also we'll draw perpendiculars from D to the other side AE and from E. So let me draw a perpendicular ML. So construction joined BE and CD and drawn DL perpendicular to AC, EM perpendicular to AB. So we'll start our proof. So to start the proof, we need to recall area of a triangle. So area of a triangle is half into base into height. Area of a triangle is half into base into height. To find out the area, we need base and we need height. Height, the same thing, perpendicular, altitude, anything, and we know altitude can be outside a triangle. Okay, so as we need to prove AD by DB and AE by EC, let us see AD. We will get AD in this triangle ADE. AD will get in the triangle ADE. DB we are going to get in this triangle. Okay, DB we are going to get in this triangle DBE. So that means we are going to take the triangles ADE and BDE, these two triangles. So from these two triangles we will find out the area. Similarly, to get AE, we will take ADE, AE side will be getting. Then to get EC, we are going to take, to get EC we are going to take, yes, we are going to take DEC triangle. Okay, we are going to find out the area of DEC and area of triangle ADE. So let us prove. So let us proceed now. So we are going to find out area of triangle ADE. So area of triangle ADE, that is half into base. In triangle ADE, it is the base. You can see, as we have done, that EM is perpendicular to AB. If EM is perpendicular to AB, so EM is the perpendicular. So can we take AD as the base? Yes, for this triangle we can take AD as the base. So half into base we will take AD. Height will be your EM for AD triangle. Then area of triangle BDE. Why we have taken BDE? To get DB. So for BDE, as I told, your altitude can be outside the triangle. You can see it is an obtuse angle triangle and your altitude is outside the triangle. So if your EM is your altitude, your base will be your DB. So half into base DB into EM. So area of triangle ADE by area of triangle BDE, half into AD into EM by half into DB into EM. So half will be cancelled, EM will be cancelled, we will get AD by DB. This let us take as equation 1. Similarly, to get EC by AE by EC, for getting AE I will take ADE. For getting EC I will be taking the triangle EDC. So ADE and EDC. Similarly, area of triangle ADE by area of triangle CED, half into AE into DL. For triangle ADE, we are going to write half into base. In this case, your base will be AE perpendicular DL. So I have written here half into A into DL. For CED triangle, altitude is outside the triangle, that is DL. Your base will be your EC. So half into EC into DL. Half cancel, DL cancel. AE by EC. Question 2. Now, since your triangle BDE and triangle EDC, BDE and EDC, these two triangles are on the same base DE and between the same parallel DE and BC. So such type of theorems you got in class 9. So these two areas will be equal. That means area of triangle BDE will be equal to area of triangle EDC. So since triangle BDE and triangle CDE are on the same base and between the same parallel line DE and BC. So area of triangle BDE will be equal to area of triangle CED. Let us take this as equation 3 and 1, 2. From equation 1, 2, if these are equal, these two will be cancelled. So we can write that AD by DB equal to AE by EC. So from equation 1, 2, 3, from 1, 2 and 3, we have AD by DB equal to AE by EC. Hence proved. So home assignment In a triangle ABC, a line DE parallel to BC intersects AB at D and AC at E. Okay, then prove AB by DB equal to AC by EC, AB by AD equal to AC by EC. So this question will be a home assignment to you.